Hi there. This is the master sheet for simple interest. There is, if you remember, a formula. A is equal to P plus P I N. There are only 4 possible questions because you can solve for the A, you can solve for the P, you can solve for the I, you can solve for the N. That's it. So if you have this sheet and it's all filled in, if you come across a simple interest question and you get a little lost, all you got to do is take a look at what's given and what you want, and then compare it to the sheet, and you'll know the process. Although I think if you've done all the practice so far in this chapter, and all this up, there is a lot, you'll have no problem with it. Okay, so I'm hoping you did this all by yourself and you just double check and make sure it's good now. You invested 500 and there was, okay, so money, and 4 years. We're looking for interest rate. Okay. Now, I'm going to kind of do my question and the given and wants all at the same time. So A, P, I, N. Well, what was this? All right, I start with these as 4 years. And it says, what was the interest rate? We don't know that. Question mark there. Now, you invested $500. So that is my principal. Remember, the smaller, if you have 2 amounts of money on a question like this, the smaller of the 2 is always your principal. And the amount at the end is the bigger of the 2, right? That's what you want. You want to do an investment and have more money than what you started with. Now let's plug in our formula. Times I times 4. All right. So there's nothing to do on this side of the equation. On this one, multiplication comes first. I'm going to put those together. I'm going to multiply this here. Where'd my calculator? There it is. So 500 times 4. That's like 2,000. Can't believe I did that on a calculator. And don't forget to put the variable at the back. Right? Again, that's just the way normally we write. You put the coefficient first and then the variable. Now, careful. This is where people screw up. Can't put those together because they are not like terms. This has an I in it, this doesn't. But I can move the 500 over here because these are like terms. They're both just numbers. So that's going to give me 150 left is equal to 2,000 I. Whoopsies, I lost the 0 there. Whoop. And then we divide and away we go. $150 by 2,000, 0.075 equal to I. And remember the trick. So you're going to multiply through by 100. So being lazy, 7.5. And that should have a percent behind it. And there we go. Ta-da! If you borrow $1,000 at a simple interest rate, lost some words there. Again, this becomes more important when we start doing compound interest in the news and stuff where there are other options. A 15% for 3 years. Okay, how much will you owe after 3 years? So A, P, I, N. I know my N is 3 years. Oops, let's get a handy dandy. Swoop, swoop, swoop. We had interest of 15%, so that's going to be 15 divided by 100 is equal to 0.0. Whoops, nope, 0.15. And that is the amount I am borrowing, so that is my principal. And the amount at the end, I don't know. So A is equal to P plus TIN. I don't know. It's 1,000 plus 1,000 times 0.15 times 3 plus, I think that's going to be $450, but no. Yeah. A is equal to 1,450. That is my answer for A. Boop. Now B, how much interest did I pay? Well, I ended up paying $1,450, and I borrowed $1,000. And there we go. Okay. Next one. Halfway done. There's an interest rate, there's a time, and there's some money. So N is 5 years. I is 3.5 divided by 100, 0.035. Now, the question is it an A or a P? She borrowed some money from her brother. He charged her interest in 5 years she owed him. So this is the amount at the end. That's going to be here. And we don't know how much she borrowed it to begin with. Zero point zero 0.035. 5 years. Plug it in. I'm going to put my 1 in there. Multiply those through 0.035 times 5, 0.175. Then we can put those together because they're like terms. Divide. $1,500 divided by 1.175. 1191849. Okay, so we got 48 cents. That 9 is going to make it go up. So $1,191.49 is what she borrowed from her brother. And our last one. And if you're wondering, does she just underline or highlight all the numbers that are there? Yeah, pretty much. And then I figure out what to do with them as I go. A, P. All right. Oh, how long? So I don't know what N is. All righty. But I do have an interest rate, 1.5%. I don't need the percent sign. .015. Now I have 70. Whoop, no. How long will it take? So I start with $45 and it goes to $75. All right, everything's there. A equals P plus PIN. 75. Plug it in. Plus P is 45 times I. 0. Oopsies. Almost extra bracket there, 0.015 times n, which we don't know, right? Because remember, when you start plugging stuff in, there should be one unknown left. All right, so it's 75. Excuse me. 0.675n. Now we want to get this by itself, so let's get rid of the 45. Can't put those together. Oh my goodness. My brain's not supporting me today. It's going, are you sure that's 50? 0.675n. N is going to be now. That seems really ridiculous, but we have a really low interest rate, so yeah, I'm confident in that answer. All right, so take good care of this page. Just gonna make you happy. You might even make it one of those plastic sleeves and put them in there once it's all correct, so that it's easy to find when you're doing the question.